going on, guys? Good to see you. This is going to be a pretty quick video. I just got a new steering wheel cover to replace the old paracord job that I did maybe, it's going to be hard to see, maybe 5-6 years ago. It's starting to come undone, and it's just pretty nasty, especially if it starts getting wet. It gets all sticky. Ugh. So I hopped online, saw a number of people ordering from this company, East Detailing. They do custom steering wheel covers, genuine leather. You stitch it around so it's not just like a slip-on type cover. So I'm gonna get this old one popped off, clean it up a little bit, stitch this on, and give you my thoughts. So I originally did this paracord wrap probably 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know if you can see this, but the steering wheel just got pretty nasty after a long time. So this was a good fix for a bit, but like I said, it's starting to come undone a bit, and it's just getting pretty nasty. So first things first, we're gonna get this pulled off. Also, don't mind the moving blanket here. I did that to block the sun. Okay, got us a little razor blade. We're just gonna start cutting this off. Whoopsies. All right. One section done. All right, got the old one off. Wiping this down with a little rubbing alcohol. All right, see what we got. So we've got, obviously, the leather steering wheel cover, some instructions, and then a little goodie bag of, it's like probably some tape of some kind, some needles, and some thread. All right, looks like we are going to take this, I got a little roll of double-sided tape in here. We are going to flip the steering wheel cover inside out and apply the tape to the inside of the cover. So that's going to help it stick to the steering wheel, and then when we sew it on, that'll help keep it on there permanently. So I'm going to get this tape cut up and applied to the inside of the cover. So one thing is for certain, these instructions were definitely not written by an English speaker because they are pretty rough. But you get the gist. What we had to do was take that roll of tape, cut it up, and apply it to the inside of the steering wheel cover. They suggest doing it in segments like this as opposed to a long single strip because they think it will lay better and maybe not crinkle up. I don't know, but I did what they said. So now we got to get it stretched on here and in position. They say turn it to the 6 o'clock position, so 180, and get it stretched on there. Don't peel off any of the tape yet, just get it in position. I'm kind of holding it with my knees here to keep it from slipping off. We've got these different leather tabs that kind of line up with the steering wheel sections here. So we want to do our best to get those aligned. So on the inside of the cover here, there's a little F sticker, and then on the back side there's a B sticker, so front and back. That way you know which way to position the steering wheel cover. So I would suggest not ripping those off in the beginning because you might forget which way it goes. Now we're going to start peeling off the adhesive tape and sticking her down. They suggest starting at the 6 o'clock position, which is now at 12 o'clock, and then going to the 12 o'clock for the steering wheel, and then working your way around. I've got a little razor blade here that I'm using to help peel the tape off, and it is some very sticky tape, I will say that. Start sticking her down. So I'm going to do this and work my way all the way around, and I'll check back with you. Just a couple notes as you're going through and doing this. One, take your time, especially if you're using a razor blade to pull your tape off. You don't want to cut a hole in your brand new steering wheel cover. And make sure you're pulling it tight. You don't want to end up with lumps and whatnot in the steering wheel wrapping. With this tape, yeah, the stitching is going to help pull it together a little bit, but you want to make sure you try and work it all the way around, so that way the only bit of slack and slop you have is right here where you're going to be stitching it together. So I've gotten this section stuck down pretty good, and I just started working down here. For whatever reason, I'm finding it easier to do the back side first, get it stuck down, and then do the front. No right or wrong there, just whatever works best for you. So at this point in time, you should have a pile of trash on the floor, and then a steering wheel cover that's at this point. So it's stuck down all the way around the entire circumference of the steering wheel, and we got our loose tabs here. So we need to get all these loose tabs tucked down into that crevice in between the ring of the steering wheel and the horn. And they give us a little plastic pry tool or tucking tool, whatever. So we're going to try and get that done. I think what might work best is I'm kind of picking up and shoving it down in there and then just re-sticking that tape. And that's working pretty nice. Fronts were super easy. The backs took a little bit more effort, but now we get to start sewing everything together. So we've got our needle here, which they provide you with the needle and a thread, and we're going to get sewing. Now we get to test out those home ec skills that we learned back in, what was it, middle school? Oh God. Okay, so this is going to take a long time. I must not have paid too much attention in home ec, and these instructions aren't exactly the greatest, but I am done. Focus. With the first section here. Don't know how well you can tell, but I'm pretty happy with it. That took me like an hour though. Double stitched. The ends are kind of tufted up a little bit, so I might try and find a way to get those stuck down a little bit, but all in all, looks really clean. But I got my work cut out for me now. We'll catch you in a bit. Well, that took entirely way too long. This was one of those projects where it's like, yeah, I'll get that done in an hour. And then like the whole weekend's gone by and you need to get to work tomorrow and you're still not done. But we got all finished up. Everything is stitched up. Let's take a look at it. There's a couple little corners down in here that are sticking out, so I'm probably going to do something to tidy that up, but all in all, really clean looking, I think. I will drop a link down below in the description for where I got this. Not sponsored at all, just so you guys can pick one up if you like it. I will try to update with how well it's holding up. But first impressions, I'm pretty impressed. It feels very nice, and it looks way better. That about wraps this one up. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe. That way you can keep up to date with videos I got coming out. Again, doing maintenance and mods on the 4Runner, and then Mary and I getting out and camping in the mountains. Till next time, see you guys.